pretty flashy truck. Get it?
This ain't even long enough.
Yeah, of course not.
Well, I mean, that's
a frame rail.
I mean, you know.
It's probably this tall. And you gotta go through the floor and your wood floor. You probably need one that's at least Nope, you need to go over to Terry. Get one of the big ones. You get one of them like 2-footers.
You get a Terry size drive. You know?
Hammer jam.
Plus then you can beat the shit out of it because it's Terry's.
Hey, when is this thing gonna be done?
This week.
This is gonna be done this week?
Yeah. Well, we're talking about just in time. That means next week.
I say 2 weeks. I should probably go work.
Yeah, Josh just gave you a look.
He takes short breaks. Well, sometimes.
Because he's a boss, dude. Because he's a boss. He's your boss.
I won't go do that. Right. I'm gonna go run while he's building the tune, I'm gonna go run the zero map and data log it.
What does that mean?
I have to go put a tune in a truck, drive it in a particular way so that I can send back that information so they can custom write a computer tune for the ECU to make more power.
What truck is it?
It's a Rapture. What the access port is doing right now is actually pulling the factory tune off the computer. All the vehicle's factory information, which is in the computer, will live on here as a backup, and then the modified computer tuning will take its place. And then what we're going to do is once we get the information loaded on, we'll do what's called a data log. So we'll put this thing into a certain mode where it just becomes a sponge and it watches every parameter of what the truck does while we do a run. They have very specific instructions. They want us to be from this speed to this speed and this gear, and what that does is it kind of takes a snapshot of what the truck's doing, because every truck's a little bit different in how it reacts. And you know, in our instance, we're not at a super high elevation, but let's just say we're in Colorado, the truck would be reacting differently because of being a mile above sea level. So the gentleman that's building the custom tune for this thing would have the ability to compensate for those things, because he's seeing what the sensors on the truck are actually seeing when you're under acceleration, heavy acceleration. So this thing will pick up probably 70 to 80 horsepower, and then because it's a turbo truck, it's going to see a whole lot of torque. This is the factory, but this being a Rapture, it's the 3.5 liter twin turbo high output. Other than the Ford GT, this truck has the highest horsepower rating for the EcoBoost 3.5 liter.
Nice.
Get up to speed normally, choose normal mode, put the truck in 4th gear around 40 miles an hour, start logging for 10 seconds before the pull begins. Starting in 4th gear at 2500, go wide open, pedal all the way down to 5800. Stop the log and email it. All right. I think he literally wants all of this stuff logged. Here we go.
I have the SF intake box on the car.
But you can never have too much information, right?
Yeah, definitely not the hundreds of gigabytes of useless footage I have on my computer.
Of Titan?
Yeah.
That's
impolite.
Right now,
ignition timing.
But usually that's
I gotta figure out how to get to the data log.
You know, 6,500, close to 7,000 RPM.
Yeah, I think you probably said it a while ago.
So after that pull,
You have a lot to say.
Once you're ready to begin data logging, you'll press the OK button while in the gauges function.
Okay.
Now that you're set up,
It's really that easy. You just push OK.
Apparently. You definitely got a lot to say. All right. What I want to know is, why is the backup camera not working on this truck? Well, because I'm in neutral. So, do you feel safe?
Do you need me to drive or?
It says press OK.
Oh.
Data log. Okay. Now we've run out of road. Love how people are assholes. They're sitting here trying to use the road to data log, and they've got their f***ing opinions. So what's cool about these trucks, or my truck, for example, is I could actually take a Rapture steering wheel, install it on my truck, code the vehicle for it, and then the paddle shifters will work on my truck, where I
What?
currently don't have paddle shifters.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. No. And we'll take this inside, and hook it back up to the computer and see what it did.
Didn't record any of it. Dang, dude. It's a lot of numbers.
So pedal position, you can see that I didn't wait 10 seconds to start data logging. I only went 3 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah. 4th gear the whole time. Engine RPM. We revved out to just a touch over 5,600 RPM.
Dan, how did that Rapture with the tune turn out?
It turned out fantastic. I think he called the next day to say how awesome it was.
Yeah, and he sold it to another client that just bought a Rapture, so we're doing
So we gotta do another one. So we'd take that as good feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sent me a bunch of fire emojis. I guess that's good, right?
Extraordinary results.
So it went like 1,000 miles per hour.
Sure did.
It's like a rocket ship. Instead of a Ford Raptor, it was a Ford Rapture.
Yeah, and we made it lighter because we put a bunch of carbon fiber on it.
What?
Yep. Took the factory fender flares off and the hood grill and did carbon. Not laminated carbon, like actual carbon. They're very light.